British farmers in the 1960s recorded harvest numbers that agriculture science said were impossible. 100 tons from a single acre, season after season, grown in earth so depleted that nothing else would take root. This same species could be harvested 5 times each growing period, reaching maturity in under 30 days. Zero chemical additives. Zero irrigation. Zero replanting for 2 decades. Scientists verified breakdown speeds that contradicted everything understood about organic matter. This organism dissolves completely within 2 days. A dedicated researcher spent until 1954 cultivating 21 variants, pursuing the ultimate specimen. Yet 50 years later, not a single American nursery carried it. The fertilizer sector now earns $230 billion annually to manufacture what this organism creates without cost. Meet Russian comfrey, Symphytum officinale. The campaign to eliminate it shows what happens when biology threatens corporate profit. Welcome to Vault of Forgotten Nature. In the year 90, Greek healer Dioscorides recorded a species with adhesive root systems in De Materia Medica. The Greek term symphytum translates as, to unite completely. Pliny the Elder demonstrated its power by binding meat fragments with root paste. The bond held firm. For 2 millennia, Europeans called it knitbone. Then in 1845, everything changed. Henry Doubleday was an impoverished Quaker in Essex as Ireland's potato crisis began. 1 million people died of hunger while he stood powerless. In the 1850s, he contacted Russia's royal palace gardener, requesting a particular comfrey variety. The specimens that arrived weren't pure stock. An unintended cross-pollination had occurred, a first-generation hybrid displaying extraordinary advantages. These hybrids achieved unprecedented yields. 100 tons per acre. Doubleday abandoned his business immediately. This species could stop future famines. 3 decades of exhaustive investigation followed into comfrey's capacity as human and animal nutrition. He reached 92, still committed to the organism he believed could nourish a starving planet. Then disaster struck. His relatives destroyed every written record. 30 years of data vanished. The agricultural community forgot the Quaker who achieved 100 tons per acre with only a shovel. In 1948, gardening specialist Lawrence Hills uncovered Doubleday's lost history and chose to complete the mission. Hills established the Henry Doubleday Research Association, testing 21 varieties in parallel. By the early 60s, one strain dominated every category. Bocking 14. Completely sterile. Highly disease-resistant. Delivering the greatest nutrient density of any variety tested. Hills then made a choice fertilizer corporations couldn't fathom. He rejected patents and distributed root divisions for free to anyone requesting them. When Hills retired, Bocking 14 was established on 6 continents. Scientific testing explains why this alarmed the chemical sector. Fresh comfrey foliage contains potassium levels surpassing livestock manure. While manure stays below 1.5%, Bocking 14 exceeds 7%. The decomposition velocity represents the true breakthrough. Standard green manures occupy compost systems for weeks. Comfrey's minimal fiber allows microorganisms to consume it within 48 hours. Add fresh comfrey to stagnant compost, and within hours, temperatures surge. The mechanism operates far below ground. Comfrey roots extend 10 feet downward, reaching depths inaccessible to vegetables and cereals. These roots work as biological extraction tools, pulling potassium, calcium, and phosphorus from deep geological layers. Each harvest brings subterranean minerals to the surface. A living nutrient elevator. As the 20th century opened, natural fertilizer reserves were exhausting. Researchers predicted widespread starvation. German scientists created the Haber-Bosch method to manufacture ammonia from atmospheric nitrogen. This innovation rescued humanity but chained agriculture to petroleum. The Haber-Bosch system now nourishes half of Earth's population while consuming enormous natural gas quantities. The worldwide fertilizer market exceeds $200 billion, sustained by farmers purchasing containers annually. Comfrey undermines this entire framework. Plant comfrey once and harvest for 20 years. Zero fertilizer purchases because the organism is fertilizer. Zero irrigation because 10-foot taproots reach deep aquifers. Zero pesticides because nothing attacks it. If every British farmer had followed Doubleday, synthetic fertilizer corporations would have lost their market. The industry understood this. Which makes 2001 remarkably well-timed. July 6, 2001, the FDA released an advisory. Manufacturers received guidance to withdraw comfrey dietary supplements. The reasoning was legitimate. Comfrey roots contain pyrrolizidine alkaloids capable of causing liver damage through sustained ingestion. The FDA banned supplements for internal consumption. But news coverage omitted this specificity. Garden stores saw toxic and ceased stocking comfrey completely. The public heard liver damage and assumed the organism was hazardous to grow. Nobody clarified that using comfrey as fertilizer presents zero human health risk. The outcome was surgical. Comfrey disappeared from conventional gardening within 5 years. The chronology deserves attention. In 2001, natural gas costs were climbing. The fertilizer sector was consolidating into enormous conglomerates requiring farmer dependency. And suddenly, the single organism offering permanent autonomy was deemed too hazardous. Meanwhile, comfrey's performance remains unchanged. Bocking 14 still yields 100 tons per acre. Still breaks down in 48 hours. Still provides 7% potassium. Cut the growth at 2 feet, and within 4 weeks, regeneration completes. Those who cultivate it understand that 100 tons per acre costs nothing if the organism survives 20 years. Fertility doesn't arrive in containers. It emerges from deep root systems. Comfrey isn't extinct. It exists underground, literally and figuratively. Bocking 14 still persists. Root divisions transfer between gardeners like prohibited substances. The organism Doubleday discovered continues exactly as he foresaw. Indestructible, unstoppable, waiting for the moment when dependency becomes unbearable. This isn't a weed. This is liberation from industrial supply systems. This is fertilizer requiring zero investment permanently. And the reality that a $230 billion industry invested 150 years attempting to erase your awareness reveals precisely how valuable it remains. Comfrey is waiting. The only uncertainty is whether you'll cultivate it. If this vault revealed something meaningful, subscribe to Vault of Forgotten Nature and activate notifications. Every engagement preserves what they attempted to erase. The next vault opens shortly.